God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.
Oh, there we go. Here we go, guys. Sorry about that. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Parlay with us with Mr. Beans and Stony Crook. What's up, peoples? What up, Stony? Say something, dude. Come on here live, man. Get in this thing. I think you're muted, my man. You're muted. You're muted. What's going on?
Man,
What's going? There
man, I'm
you go.
early,
There you,
man.
there you go, man. What's going on, man?
Guys, it's just, man. Listen, man, we've been away a little bit, man. So sometimes, it's a little shaky in the beginning when you've been away from the show, and you trying to get back in that groove.
Yeah.
You know?
We're trying to get back in there, man. We're trying to get this,
Yes, sir.
get
Yes,
back,
sir.
get
But
my mic straight and everything. I just removed it too quick, man. I might have to probably bring that back. Let me bring back in that intro,
man,
guys.
bring that back, man. Bring that back.
Yo, it's Parlay with us with Mr. Beans and Stony Crook. Yo, check it out.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There we
It's
go.
Parlay with us with Mr. Beans and Stony Crook once again. Here, hit that subscribe button, like and subscribe. Give me some thumbs ups, guys. Yep, what's going on, my man Stony? What's the deal? We're doing this again, live and uncut. What's up with you?
Oh man, it's a beautiful summer day, man. Everything is lovely. The sports world is a little slow right now. We just finished the NBA
Right.
finals.
Yep.
Congrats to the Nuggets.
Congrats
Hockey
to the
ended, the Stanley
Nuggets.
Cup. Congrats to the Vegas Knights. They got their championship. So right now
Yeah.
we're going through a cool
I would have lost that. Hey,
period.
if I would have hit that window on that Florida Panthers bet that I was screaming about a few shows ago, I would have lost my money.
Oh
But I
man.
lost my interest in the Stanley Cup Finals because I don't know, maybe because after the Bruins got waxed out of there, I kind of lost my interest. But yeah, so yeah, congrats to those teams, the Vegas Knights and the Denver Nuggets. They took care of that in impressive fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really impressive on both Jokic and Murray and the supporting cast. I got to give a shout out to Bruce Brown, Dorchester native. Won a championship out there in Denver. So you got to give your shout outs to Bruce Brown.
Oh yeah,
So what?
shout out to Bruce. Shout out to Bruce Brown, man. He did his thing, man. He was a key part of that championship. He brought that scoring off the bench.
Yeah,
He kept the team in the game when they was behind. He kept the team ahead when they was winning. So
yeah,
he definitely played a big role.
yeah, man. He did his thing, man. So being coming from the Bean Town, I had to give him his shout outs.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, man. He represented Beantown well, but he doesn't get that recognition. But in terms of him being from the Bean,
Hey,
but you
he
know,
just made a name for himself though,
yes, he did,
because he
man.
played he played well and he played well in those finals.
He played great, man. He was a huge spark off the bench, man. Now. I think a lot of teams are gonna like really focus on that six man. I mean, that six man is huge. Having a six man in NBA is huge, man. You notice these players, man, they exhausted by the end of the year. Even though throughout the year as well, the six man is important, but man, that playoff run
Right.
is huge, man. To have that spark off the bench,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he
He
definitely
brought that spark.
played
Hold
that role
on.
exactly. Exactly, man. He played a great game.
Yeah, man. So But so what else is going? Let me see what the title is telling us today.
Oh
So
man, you should, man. That
D-Hop,
first one,
the
D.
Pac
Hopkins.
Man. Woo, let's start with that one.
Woo,
Woo, that's major.
woo.
I was doing a little bit of reading up on the visit and the situation there. Like they stated that there's no contract out there yet, but um it seems like the possibility is high that they're gonna work something out. So
Yeah, I
that,
mean, it's looking like it's gonna be a wrap. Like they're gonna wrap it up. Actually, it look like they're gonna close this deal sooner rather than later. He's out here. He's smiling. You know, taking pictures with current patch players, and
I see that.
reports are, man, things been going good. Things been going great, and like everything, it's a little process. They probably negotiating little details in the contract, but if you ask me, he's gonna be a Patriot. Um, no
Hey,
doubt about that. He'll be a Patriot. It's just a matter of time. I think right now they just ironing out all the details and the logistics, and you know how it is. How many
mhm,
games you gonna play? You know how the Pats are. The Pats try to make sure they cover they sells. And
right,
the
yeah,
players that they're gonna sign, I'm sure they trying to get their best uh details on their contract. So, but he's here, and I love that addition. We, that's just the type of guy we need on our team.
right, yeah. Listen, sorry, I was just texting one of our peoples to let him know he's on live. So yeah, listen, that adding B Hop, like I hope that, well, I'm not even gonna say I hope. I think it will be the situation will be different this year with the knowing that we have official offensive coordinator. Um, pairing him hopefully with Mac Jones. Mac Jones could probably have a breakout season, maybe. Maybe this could be his breakout. I don't want to be the Patriot hopeful, like, oh yeah, we're about to go back to prominence, but maybe the maturation that happened, maybe maybe the teaching from Bill O'Brien, and then with the veteran, skills and um football IQ from, B Hop, D Hop, it will, that'll work. And then the young squad that they bringing up behind it, So yeah, let's see what's going on, man. It seems like it might be an exciting season for the Patriots. We don't know. I mean, the field is stacked against us. We have some solid teams in our division alone, more or less the conference. And excuse me. So yeah, we'll see where we're going. But I'm intrigued. I like the D Hop thing. They've been talking about this since last year, and it sounds it sounds good.
Well, don't mean to like change speeds and switch subjects, but I just got an update, an alert,
Mm,
um, on a sad side of things,
okay.
unfortunately. But Ray Lewis, his son, passed away. Ray Lewis III, the son of Baltimore Ravens legend and Pro Football Hall of Famer,
Wow.
died at 28. Uh,
Wow.
Details surrounding his passing is unknown right now.
So,
But yeah, I just got that just now as we're speaking. I felt like we had to like share that you know, with
yeah,
the
no,
listeners.
yeah. I mean, this is what we do. We talk sports, and it's not everything always, hunky dory. But my condolences to Ray Lewis and his
Yes, yes.
family.
Condolences,
Yeah,
go out to the Ray Lewis family, and
did his
man,
son
it's
did his son play football?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I saw his
college or something like that.
mean, I'm not sure exactly what, because he has a couple of sons,
Okay.
but I know I seen him in documentaries where he was at his son's games,
Okay.
and I don't know which son it was,
Right.
but I'm sure that they both playing football. I think he's I don't know what child he is in order as far as if he's the oldest, youngest, or the
Right.
middle. I'm not
Right.
sure,
Right.
but if I had to guess, yeah, I think all his sons are playing football. But this one in particular, being 28, I would assume that's his oldest, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You would assume that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah. 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 Because what
Ray Lewis
Ray
the
Lewis.
third.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember,
That's
Ray Lewis is the junior. So yeah, I
right.
mean that had to be that. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
that's his first son.
His first son. Wow. Wow. Condolences. Wow.
Yeah,
Sad news.
condolences, man.
That's
That's
sad
sad,
news.
man.
That's live
That's
news
20.
right here on Parlay with us. We giving you live, you know, live news as it comes down. Things like that. Wow, that was a shocker to me. I mean, I didn't even I don't know why I don't have ESPN. That's a shame. I talk sports and I don't even have ESPN as a notification on my I have the
Yeah,
app,
oh yeah,
but I don't have the notifications
you
on
gotta
for
get
that.
those notes, man.
I gotta
Everything, man. Those alerts,
Yeah, I gotta get the alerts. I
breaking
used
news.
breaking news and all that. I,
Like
I usually
this.
have that with the bleacher and all that other stuff. So yeah, I don't know how come I didn't see that come through. But good one on that, man. Good catch on that. As far as breaking news on stuff that's going on that's sports related.
Yeah, man.
That's Yeah, that's
That's
sad to
sad,
hear.
man.
So, not to, you know, kill that. I don't want to kill the vibe and anything like that. But what else we got going on in football? Do you have before we move on to
Oh
the
yeah,
next
so I
subject? What
mean,
else we got going on in football?
D Hopkins to the Pats. That's looking pretty good. Mini camp just ended.
Okay.
I know there
Okay.
was a situation in Buffalo where
I
Stephon
seen
Diggs didn't show up, but
Yeah, what's
whatever
going
it
on
was,
with that? I
they
think it's just a little skirmish. He
well,
ain't
he
going
didn't show up.
nowhere.
He didn't show
Yeah,
up.
but he's not going. Haven't he done that before, like with Minnesota or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these players do that. I mean, Brady
Yeah,
done
so I
that.
I I,
It's
I
not
don't.
mandatory camp, it's
Right. That's
voluntarily,
what I'm
but
saying. It's voluntary,
it's just
but
a
it's
big
still that
thing
it's a big thing when you not show up to camp.
when you're a star.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When
you
you're
gotta
like
show up.
you're part of that core. I mean that the 53rd roster player doesn't go. They probably wouldn't make a big deal out of it unless you're playing for the Pats, because Belichick, he's really hands on when
Right.
it comes to stuff like that. Everything is big for him, but he probably has some stuff going on. I mean, Brady didn't show up when with the Tampa Bay, and there was a little uproar about it because he was at Kraft's wedding. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
where it
yeah, yeah,
happened.
yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't
Yep,
show
I
up to
remember that.
something that was important because he was at Kraft's wedding, but it wasn't mandatory. It wasn't
Right.
mandatory. He had
Right.
obligate prior
Uh,
commitments, so it'd be like that. But it turns out it was nothing major. That was a little headline. They thought there was problems in
Right.
Buffalo because he didn't show up for minicamp, but he's a veteran. He don't really need minicamp like that. He if anybody can afford to miss is him. He's a
Right.
good player, but
Right.
he showed it
Right.
on the field. So
Right.
that was
Yeah,
that. But
I saw the little sports ticker about it on my phone, and I looked at a couple of little headlines on it, a couple of little paragraphs on certain stations that put it out. And it was nothing it wasn't nothing major to say, oh, whoa, something
right,
major's
right.
going on over there. Like he might be out on them. Nah, he ain't going nowhere. He know he needs to try to hold this one out so they could try to, do their thing. They want to try to hold that AFC crown over the Patriots. And then the Dolphins is right behind them, and the Jets now. So
The
any
Jets.
news on the Jets?
No, I mean, Aaron Rodgers with he had a little hammy thing going on, a little hammy, but
That's nothing.
um, yeah, nothing.
That's nothing.
Nothing crazy out of
Yo,
Jets
listen,
camp. I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you one thing. I mean, I can't wait for the season to start in,
you cannot
camp to
wait.
start so we can see what's going on out here. But I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be very interesting in the AFC East if y'all don't even see it coming. It's gonna be interesting. And the Patriots better hope they get off to a good start because think about it. Every AFC matchup is gonna be if you think about it, every team in our division is no longer a gimme, as you might call it.
Everybody's a contender.
That's what I'm talking about. So
And
the days of the
let me
days
go
of
even
the days of the Patriots just beating up on the AFC East is over.
and let me go even. Let me get even bolder with it. Like every team can make the playoffs in that division. You know, like just
That's
imagine that.
crazy. Could you imagine that?
Imagine the AFC East taking a good chunk of that playoff picture.
That's crazy.
It could happen because they all could win some games. Think about it. Listen, Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. I'm telling you right
That's
now, man.
that's
Barring any injuries, the
yeah.
Jets. Listen.
That could be
If there was a
dangerous.
team that was missing one piece,
That
it
was
was that
that,
team. It was the
and that,
Jets.
and that was the Jets.
It
You're
was the
right.
Jets. And who better than Aaron Rodgers? I mean, they wasn't gonna get anybody that was in a prime. Not saying that Aaron Rodgers, he's past his prime. He's a little bit going down from his prime, but he's at a point in his career where a team that's already built, he can fit perfectly. As
Right.
opposed to a team that's building, he would have problems because he doesn't have that many years left. And I think what he has left in the tank is just enough to be with a team that's already built, that's
And put
ready to
them over
go.
and to put them
And
over
that's
that
the
hump.
Jets. That's the Jets, man. They ready to go, man. They got the running game. They got good running backs. They got good receivers.
Right.
That defense, man, is nice. Man, they just needed that quarterback, man. I
Right,
mean,
right, right,
what better quarterback than to get Aaron Rodgers, a guy he just wants to get into a situation. He knew what he was doing. He was smart. Like, yo,
right.
that's the team. And Keyshawn Johnson, he broke that down a long time ago. I wish I could have saved that show. It was a show he was on First Take, and he broke it down so well because
Right.
they was talking about what teams would be good for Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned the Jets. He said a team like the Jets that
And
got a good
Keyshawn said
deep,
that, right? Of course,
yeah,
Keyshawn's going to
good
say that because
defense, young wide receivers, running
Keyshawn,
back. Yo, but he was
even
so
though
on point
Keyshawn
for
won I
his.
think even though Keyshawn won a championship with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Keyshawn was a Jet, and
Oh yeah, that's who drafted him.
that's who drafted him, and he knew that was probably even since way back then when he was a Jet, that was one of the pieces that the Jets was always missing. It was the quarterback. They tried with everything. They had everybody. Keyshawn had what's that kid's name? Chad Pennington. Am I right?
Yeah, Chad Pennington.
Keyshawn had Chad Pennington. Um, they thought Mark Sanchez was somebody. Who else? And then from there it's all
Mark
whoever.
Sanchez, Chad Pennington.
I'm talking about
They had Brett Favre for a little
drafts.
bit.
I'm talking about I'm talking about draft picks though, like guys that they
Oh, okay,
drafted
I got you. I thought you were just talking about quarterbacks
high.
in
Didn't
general.
yeah, no, guys they drafted high that
Mark
didn't.
Sanchez, he
Yeah.
was, and then the guy that's over here in Carolina. You forgot.
What's his name again?
Yeah, they drafted these dudes. They got to be one of the few teams that drafted
You know how we can't
quarterbacks
draft.
high,
You know how the Patriots can't draft wide
wide
receivers.
receivers.
They can't draft quarterbacks, so that's why they had to go get a quarterback in free agency. Was it a free agency that they picked up, Aaron? Or was it a trade? It was a trade, right? That was a
Uh,
trade, right?
yeah, it was a trade.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. Yep. Hell yeah, he was a trade. Hold up.
So yeah, guys, man, if you guys are watching live, man, parlay with us. Mr. Beans,
Oh
Stony
shit.
Crook. Hit us up in those comments, man. Let us know what you guys think about, the Patriots, D-Hop. Let us know what you guys think about Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, the Bills. Let us know what y'all think about Pat Nation
Sam
and
Darnold.
Sam Donald. Pat
Sam
Nation
Darnold, man. They
and
drafted him like
oh yeah,
not too
that's right.
long ago.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't get it right.
Yeah, that's what this is
Although
what
Mark Sanchez, I think he wasn't wrong because remember they took him. They went to back to back. They went to like back to back AFC championships. They had a nice run
they,
with Rex Ryan.
they got in. They
They
got
was
in.
there a few times.
They smacked us to get into the championship.
Yeah, so they got there. They just couldn't get over that hump, and I think that was just due to
Oh, we
inexperience.
got somebody in the chat here.
Uh
Oh, who's that? That's a
oh,
surprise guest. Look at that.
Reggie!
We got
Shout
Reggie.
out to Reggie.
We got Reggie on the
Oh
chat. What's up,
man.
Reggie? What's
Oh
going
man.
on, my man? How's everything? Yup. Let me hit you out, man.
Yo, I'm gonna give you the floor just for a quick second. I just gotta
Hit me.
adjust something.
Yeah, no problem. Hit me on the yo.
Oh
So,
no, there you
oh,
go.
my fault, my fault, my fault. Take you out. Take you out.
Yeah, I gotta.
Boom. There we go. So what up, y'all? This is Parlay with us. Um, hey, you brought yourself back in there, brother.
Yeah, hold on.
You just take yourself out. Just hit the button and take yourself out. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, what's up, man? This is Parlay with us with Mr. Beans here. Stony had to take a little break, a little studio break real quick while he gets some stuff together here. And I'm on here doing it on a solo. We're talking about D-Hop coming to the Pats, how you think about that. You know, um, you know, I got my feelings is I think that's probably the one of the best moves that the Patriots can make. They need a wide receiver, a veteran wide receiver to come to the team and help develop Mac Jones. We were talking about those situations. We was bringing up how the Jets might look with Aaron Rodgers. It might be a dangerous combination for the Patriots to be dealing with the Jets and the Bills and the Dolphins in one division. And so yeah, Stoney's back. So that that was some of the topics that we talking about. So let's see what Reggie got saying in the comments here. Let me see what
Oh
it's
man,
saying.
hold on.
Let me see. He says, "What's going on, fellas? Everything, fellas." So, Reggie, what do you think since you watching? Give us your insight on the Patriots' upcoming season
Hold
and
on, Mr.
the
Beans. I'll be back. Hold on.
yeah, yeah. He's having a little technical difficulties, guy. Let me just go back up on here by myself here. So, yeah. Tell me what y'all think, man. Give us your analysis on the comments so I can highlight it and so people can see out there your thoughts on the Pats Nation because this is Parlay with Us. It is a Boston sport based podcast with me and my co-host and partner Stony Cook. And I got a lifelong friend on the comments right now in the chat. My boy Reggie, we call him Dino, lifelong friend. We grew up together. He is joining us on the chat out of Boston himself. So yeah, let us know what you think, Dino, so I can you know give you a little shout out and put your comment out there for the world to see what you think about Pat's Nation and the potential signing of D Hop. So and then after we finish this segment, once Stony comes back into the show here, we're gonna have a discussion about Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal being on the trading block. And I saw a little news on that today about Bradley Beal and Lillard. We had our conversation last week, me and Stony did about Lillard and his potential trade to the Celtics and what he might look like. Yes, he will be a decent, not decent, solid, not solid, excellent floor general for our team, but we know he already made comments and gestures that he would not even think this way. And now there's Bradley Beal in the conversation. I always liked the Bradley Beal. I always thought he was a good shooter, good basketball player. He has great skills shooting the ball. Is it too late? That's the question. So yeah, that'll be the topics coming up, So I'm just waiting for my man Stoney to get back in the scene. Oh, there he goes. Stoney's back in the
Oh, my fault,
scene.
man. I had a little situations with the camera.
Okay.
Um,
o-
but
Okay.
we back, man.
You looking decent there. I don't think there's
Look
no
guys,
problem
right?
here. Let me see what Reggie got to say on the comments. I gotta take the spectacles off and look
Reggie.
down. Let me see. He
Oh
said,
well,
"Well, you know how I am about the Pats. Let me see if I can highlight that. Let's see what Reggie got to say." He said, "Well, you know how I'm about the Pats, but I haven't checked in on it yet. I'm hopeful, and Mac ain't it." Ooh, read the second
uh-oh.
part of that, guys. Like he brought something to the table, my boy Reggie Reg. He said Mac ain't it. What do you guys think about that? So that's a good one, man. I mean, yeah, we starting off this live very cheeky tonight. So
Yes.
yeah, man. What do you think about that? Now I already have my comments about I already have my feelings about that, but that was before we even started this podcast, what I think about Mac Jones. But I am a person of, let's say, I give people a chance to grow.
Right.
We only saw 2 seasons of him. He looked flustered last year. So I can understand where Reggie's coming from by saying Mac ain't it. Um, based on last year's performance and due to the stack up of quarterbacks in the division. I didn't even say no, quarterbacks in the division, quarterbacks in the conference. Think about that. Like, where is we lost Stony for again. Where is Matt Jones in the conference? You know, where's he ranked? I should look that up. And when Stony gets because he is my stat geek when it comes to this stuff, but we're having technical difficulties with Stony, so it looks like I'm kind of steering the ship for a little bit. But yeah, where is Mac Jones, ranked in the AFC conference amongst quarterbacks? I would really like to know that number, or and I'm sure Stoney will find that out once he get this thing together. But yeah, so talking about that with the Pats, maybe a person like D Hop, because that is part of our topic. Maybe a receiver like D Hop will be perfect for the growth of Mac Jones, knowing that he has a solid veteran wide receiver, not a rookie or somebody that
Shit.
we have to you know mute yourself there, Stony. You know, somebody we have to develop, he's gonna help. He's gonna be a developed receiver that's gonna help with the maturation of Mac Jones. So let's see what my boy Reggie got to say in the comment here. He
I'm
said,
back. Yeah,
"Okay, so
about
come on, man.
sorry about that.
I could do it.
My
I
bad.
can handle
No,
it
no,
on
we
my own. You
listen, we
are my
good.
co-host, but I can hold you down. That is no problem.
Listen, we good. We good right
So
now, man. My bad, man.
yeah, man,
My
stop
bad.
fumbling with the
I
camera, man. You
apologize,
looking
man.
good, man. I know you're
Thanks,
trying to
man.
play with that, this mess
I
with the camera.
apologize, man.
There we go. So
We
yeah,
good. We good.
let me see. Let me put that back up there with Reggie again. He said he should have learned by now. Not hating, but he doesn't fit our system. Oh, well, what system's that though, Reggie? Like, What do you mean? The Tom Brady system in that era, if you think about it, Reggie, listen to what I'm saying here. We're going in this live. We're 29 minutes in. We
Right, and
got
I got
time here.
something for that
So,
too.
but listen to this, right? Think about this, Reggie. You're saying that he doesn't fit this system. Okay. The system was a Tom Brady system. Drop back quarterback, you know, improvise in certain ways. We use running backs as wide receivers. We had good slot guys, good tight ends. It all made Brady look good. Not to saying it looked good, but he developed these kids too. These players that we had in the past. Um, so yes, Brady was a great to do a lot with less, right? But that system in that day of a quarterback, I think, is kind of over with Reggie. We have the quarterback of the future, which is somebody who can get outside and burn you
Horrible.
and potentially create a la all of them. I don't have to call name Patrick Mahomes. You know, um, Josh, what's his name? The kid out of Buffalo,
Oh, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Um, you know, our guy. Out of Baltimore. What's his name here? Geez, how am I?
What, the quarterback?
Yeah, I'm
Lamar
just giving
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. I'm just giving you runners
Got
here. I'm just giving you guys that can
Lamar
take off.
Jackson, Mahomes.
Mahomes, you got the kid out of Kyler Murray. You got these kids that's the new age quarterback. So and Mac is not. You're right. He's not that either. But I don't think he's a drop back either. So is he a hybrid? Let's see. Let me see what else Reggie got to say.
Well, Reggie, to answer that question, he looks nervous in the pocket. He had nobody to throw it to. He
Right.
had nobody to throw it to. One, the offensive line wasn't holding him down either, not giving him enough time. And to me, the number one factor, he had the wrong coach calling the plays. That to me was a disaster last season with Bill Belichick and the whole Mike Patricia and Judge, and nobody was designated offensive coordinator, and you got a defensive coordinator running plays for the offense. It was horrible, horrible. And I think that now he has an offensive coordinator, official,
Right.
somebody who runs the offense, who ran the offense before, knows about offense. Now you got him that could work with Mac Jones and really bring out his potential. Now you add some weapons, soon to be D.Hopkins. You got my man over here, Schuster. And then you
Oh
have
yeah, I forgot we got
my
Juju
guy over
Smith.
here that came from Miami. Forgot his name. They came from Miami, and a rookie,
Okay.
Thornton. Now he's not a rookie no more, but as a rookie he was playing really well. They just had the wrong coordinator utilizing these receivers they had.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got the coordinator, we got a couple of weapons, we got offensive line. Now we're gonna see what Mac Jones is about. Now you could really start. I feel you could start seeing his skill set, because what they did was they gave him help. Now he got
Right.
offensive linemen, he got a coach that he could really rely on now, and then he got a couple of weapons. So now
Right.
we're gonna see what he's about.
Let's see. Yeah, what we got?
Devontae. Oh man, I'm trying to remember that guy. We have another wide receiver uh that's
Parker.
there you go. Devontae Parker.
Devontae
I
Parker.
feel like
Yeah.
he wasn't utilized
Well, he was
properly.
not utilized last year. I
He
don't know
wasn't
if that
utilized
had to do
properly.
with, and you may be right. Maybe it was all offensive coordination.
I think that was a huge role because there was no chemistry there. It was, and you saw it in a lot of games. Him and Patricia going at it,
Right.
shouting matches. You even read his lips a couple of times. Why are we running it? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? That's unheard of. You don't ever
Right.
see a
Right.
quarterback and the play caller, because we couldn't call him the offensive coordinator. We had to call him the play caller. having that type of relationship. That's just it was just an odd thing to see.
Right.
And
Right.
I blame a lot of it on Bill. I mean, Bill, I don't know what he was trying to do last year. You know, it was un Bill like, if you want to say,
If
you know,
you, yeah, if you want to call it. No, well, I
like
think
it
he
was like
was. It was.
he
I
wouldn't
don't
name
know.
an
It was kind of
offensive
shady.
coordinator. That's the
His
problem I had with him. He wouldn't name it. He would just say, "Oh well,
his
that's what he is. He's assistant coach." And come
his
on,
offensive
man.
games, his game plan last year was kind of suspect. If you want to,
Oh, it was
it
horrible,
was,
horrible.
as far as coaching game plan, the coaching game plan last year was not. I would say
Just
it
say it.
wasn't
The
it
coaching
was
is the reason
horrible.
why
It
we
was,
failed last year. It was the
exactly,
coaching.
yeah, a lot of
It
coaching
was
errors.
we had too many talent. We had too many talented players to have that bad of a season. We had a lot of talent there to at least finish
Yeah, yeah,
better than
yeah,
we did
yeah.
last year.
Yeah, he will. He'll have his chance to prove the naysayers. D,
Oh
you're right.
yes, yes he
Um,
will.
listen,
Yes he will.
I I don't want to eat my words, but sometimes this is how I feel about Bama quarterbacks. I've been watching football long enough to know I've never seen. I can't say never, but you don't see a Bama produced quarterback hit the NFL as a as a true. I'm talking about quarterback as a true number one or franchise guy. Now you might say the guy out of Miami, what's this guy? Tua. Yes, he was a Bama quarterback, but for what, one season? One season Tua played in the as a Bama quarterback? Or two
No,
seasons?
2 seasons.
Two. Two. The one that he came in and he that's why this kid transferred out. He
Jalen
came in
Hurts.
for Jalen Hurts. He came in for Jalen Hurts during a championship game and actually won it, right? I think so. Yes, he because they were always winning anyway. So yeah, he came in during the championship game and won that, and then that's when Jalen Hurts made a move and moved somewhere else, right? So okay, Tua came out and he is the franchise for um he is the franchise for Miami. I don't count. So, Hurts came out of Oklahoma, so he's not that has nothing to do with that. So, I'm trying to think in my mind like who was when was the last real franchise win not Super Bowls but win playoff games Bama quarterback? And that's why I don't have my faith in Mac Jones because Bama don't produce quarterbacks. They produce wide receivers, running backs, linebackers,
Well, I would say they
defensive
produce running
tackles.
backs and wide receivers, man.
Yeah, running backs
They
and wide.
linebackers too, but
Yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah. You know, that's what they produce. They don't produce number one draft pick. You know, I don't even in the years that they did win championships, those quarterbacks was not like the cream of the crop quarterbacks, right? There were guys like Lamar Jackson. There was guys like, you know, you think about it.
Josh Allen. I mean, what that just wasn't
They, they
Bama quarterbacks.
right, they weren't Bama quarterbacks, but they
They thrived.
they thrive better than
Yeah,
the
I
Bama.
mean,
The
I
Bama
mean, look
won
at
this. Bama was always winning the chip, right? They was always winning the chip,
right.
but their quarterbacks wasn't always drafted the top three overall or the top five. Or I don't think I've seen that too much.
Right. I
Not that
mean,
I
as of
remember.
late they have, but
As of late,
as of
people
late,
have been drafting Bama quarterbacks. I don't know why. And even, I'm not saying Bama's going down, but they've been getting they've been getting they've been struggling to get back there.
I mean,
Georgia.
Georgia's that program now that's putting out a lot of draft picks. I mean, they're the ones that.
Exactly.
I mean, they got the
Everything
players.
everything's coming out of
They
Georgia now.
everything's
Running
coming out of
backs,
Georgia.
wide receivers, defensive
Everything.
tackles, linebackers.
Well, that's what happens when you win national championships. When you win championships, that's what
You
happens,
get
man. Everybody
recognized.
wanna,
Right.
just
Look what
pluck
happened.
away
Look
that
what
team.
happened with Clemson when Clemson was nice and
Yeah,
this kid down
Deshaun
in
Watson
the
came
kid in
out that.
Jacksonville.
Sammy Watkins,
That's right.
he came out of that you know
They came out of Clemson
Clemson that
and
when they was winning
when they was winning, and then the last
championships.
kid, this kid right here, I think he's gonna be good. Um,
The quarterback.
yeah, the quarterback out of Jacksonville. What's this kid's name again? Damn. What's the kid name? Come on, man. He's drafted
I'm
number 1
damn
overall.
right, man. We gotta be on point with this.
Oh man, come on, look it up, Stack, man. Come on, man.
I
Look
got
that
you,
up.
man.
Come on, man. Who was drafted number 1 overall? Was that Trevor Lawrence? And
There
it's
you
just in
go.
my mind. I mean, I know this stuff, but you know what? That dog walker was moving a little bit
Yeah, man.
early
That
on.
dog walker, man.
That dog
That'll
walker,
have
man.
you.
Had a little
It'll have you.
gelato ice cream too. I had a little bit of gelato ice cream. So
Listen, it'll have you delayed by 10
yeah,
seconds.
yeah, that gelato ice cream I have you delayed. Oh, that gelato ice cream I have you delayed. But yeah, so I know we're just rambling a little bit with sports. We're taking up some time here, but
Yeah.
because we had a little technical difficulties and stuff, so we have to kind of like go on the fly and wing it. But yeah, so what else? Let's move. I was before we had the little technical difficulties. I was telling the audience and the people out there in YouTube, hey guys, what's up, guys? At YouTube, this is Parlay with Us with Mr. Beans and Stony Crook, bringing you live sports podcasting and analysts, you know, analytics, things that we look and see from our eyes, being regular guys that's sports fans and enthusiasts. Um, so that's what this is about, sports analyzing and entertainment, so like and subscribe, hit the sub button, or like I would say, hit those sub, hit the likes, the thumbs up, share it, subscribe it, all of that. Keep it up, man. Let your peoples know that we do this once a week. It's a live sports podcast and
Yep.
entertainment talk. And we just kick it about whatever, man. If you want to have your, share your little piece or give your little 1 2 or you know, on the comments, you more than welcome. We will share it, long as it's respectable. We will post it up there and give you guys a shout out and show your comment to the world. So yeah, next up topic, man. I was getting into it when, like I said, when you had the little technical difficulties. The next topic is the Lillard and Bradley Beal. So
On a trading block.
on the trading block, but before you get started, like I'll go back and I'll tell you how I feel, like and I think if well, you don't have to go back. You could rewind that and see that when you're ready. But this is my deal. Here we go. Now, Damian Lillard last week came in and said to us how he had a little bit of oh it was a gesture. I don't know if he said anything, but it was a gesture when it came to the Celtics, like, oh, he ain't going over there. He ain't even thinking like for some reason I get aggravated when players kind of like disregard Boston, like if we don't have it live over here. But that's not the question. So I put, Damian Lillard to the side about whatever I think he can bring to this team. Now he's a excellent ball player. He will be solid. We will win championships if we had a guy like that on our team. But at the end of it, if you already having your preconceived notions about Boston, okay, move on. So now we got Bradley Beal. He's on the trading block now, also from what I was reading earlier on today. My thing about Bradley Beal, solid ball player. He's a great shooter. Great work ethic when he was younger. So now I'm saying this. Are we getting Bradley Beal as Wash goods? I don't know. I don't know his stats from last year. I don't know how well he did. I don't know how many games he played. My
I
boy
don't like
Stone,
him.
so here we go. We're gonna go back in with it. But yeah, Stoney, what do you think?
I don't like him. And first of all, let me start off by saying, and this is the same problem I had with Anthony Davis. One thing that I hate with these players, one thing that I despise is when players are out here promoting themselves like it's some type of I don't know, like they applying for like a college or something. Like this whole doing these little interviews and where I would like to go, where it's nice and all. Yo, you still part of the Blazers,
But
you know? And
yeah,
then when Anthony Davis's case, he was still part of New Orleans. And to me, I just find it kind of like classless when players are like already talking like they're ready to go to another team, which is okay. I mean, I get it. Like you already know you may get traded or something like that, but you got to keep it professional. You're still
right,
part of that team. The team hasn't traded you yet.
right,
So I think a lot of times during those times you got to stay humble. Hey, it's up to the franchise. I want to stay here. Yada, yada. You
you got to say
take
the right
take
thing.
that route. Yeah,
You got to
you
say the
want to
right
say the
thing.
right thing. Take
You
that
got to say the
route.
right
That
thing.
whole you're trying to like advertise yourself like, well, yeah, I like Miami and all this. And I think to me that's kind of, just, you know, classless. It's just,
Right, right, right,
it's just not a good look.
right.
Um,
Well,
it kind of like takes away from, that person being a good player, like people may perceive them to be. But nah, that's just the problem I had with Lillard and the whole laughing and all that stuff. And not so much that he laughed us off, but
right,
just the fact that he's being unprofessional about everything. Because you're still part of the Blazers. You're not
right,
traded yet.
right,
You're
right,
still
right.
there. So for you to be, you know, promoting other teams and where you would look good at and all that stuff, I think that's a little premature. Um, Bradley
Mm.
Bill, is he gonna stay healthy? Is he gonna play at least 70 games?
So,
Like that's the problem I have with him.
not to cut you, Stony. So Reggie, you said it comes down to loyalty. What do you mean by that? Like, um, elaborate. Loyalty to, would you're saying would Damian Lillard be loyal to the Celtics? That's what you mean, or or he's just not a loyal ball player because he's already petitioning to get himself traded out of there? Which one is it? I don't know. I mean, he's been with Portland forever, so I do see some loyalty in Damian Lillard's, side of
I
things.
mean,
He is.
he's
It's just
he's
that
gonna.
Portland never did what they were supposed to do to put solid players around him. I don't know why it happened like that, but they were had upstart seasons and then it would just fizzle right out. And the players that they did, accumulate or end up leaving after a while. So I don't know about Damian Lillard. Um he could stay in Portland as far. I don't know. I mean,
Look.
I'm not saying.
I would listen.
Don't get me
Look,
wrong. Let me hold up. Let me not say that. I'm not gonna say he could stay in Portland as far as I'm concerned. If he feels as though the Boston is not the right fit, then cool.
that's
You
fine.
know what I mean? We can move on. That's it.
Look. I would love to have Damian Lillard, definitely, but also I would love to have a player that wants to play here. On top of that,
That's what
So
it's
my
about.
whole thing is,
A
if
player
he
that's
doesn't
like,
want
yo, I'm
to, right?
about to come play with friggin' Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. That's and the rest of the squad, whatever. You should be that. You should be like, wow, yeah, let's go there and do something. Oh, that team's like they something away, and it's the truth. The Celtics is just one oomph away. I don't know what that oomph is, but they just one oomph away. And when they get that little extra, whatever it is, we're gonna get there. You never know. It might be us in Denver next year.
Listen, but not and not to get into all that with the Celtics.
Yeah, we could get
Tatum,
past that.
Tatum. No, no, just like really quick. Tatum just need to watch. He needs to watch uh Jamal Murray,
And Jokic, the
Butler,
team.
and
Yeah,
I and the reason why I'm saying that is because
I know what you're saying.
those are guys that
It
don't
was hungry.
just not afraid to take over. And real quick, because and the reason why I got to mention this because we're talking about it, and it's things that I observed. That
Mm.
the game that Miami lost, Game 5, Butler was horrible the whole game. Listen, the last quarter, he took over, but you got to remember he missed. He missed a couple of shots, but he kept shooting. He kept shooting, and he got the team within like 1 point. They got within 1 point. They got
Mm.
within 1 point. They just fizzled out at the end. You see, they lost by like 5.
Okay.
You got to remember, Beans. You got to remember they was losing, and Butler was off. But that fourth quarter,
Mm-hmm.
he took over. Although he started slow, he missed a couple of shots. It just didn't
Right.
stop him, and that was that killer instincts. That was that. Look, I got to do this. I got to take this over, and I think that's what
That's
Tatum is
ex-
lacking. I think what
there you go.
he gets discouraged. He'll miss a shot or two, and then he just kind of like falls back and
You
feels like
just
he
you
has
just
to
hit
keep
it.
attacking.
I've been
Killer
talking
instincts. You're
about.
the
I
leader.
was listen. The season's over. We're gonna move on from that.
Yep. Well, yeah,
I've
we're done
been
with that. I'm
no, no,
sorry.
no. I'm just saying. I know. I know. I'm just saying. No,
Yo,
no, no, no,
listen, when
no.
you
I'm just saying from my mental um fortitude. I'm saying to myself. I'm not saying to you. I'm saying to myself. The season's over. Let me move on from that. Right. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I was saying it from um from the Hawk series. I was saying it. Tatum, you're the guy.
you can't, you just
Kill them. You
kill
have
them.
to just go out there
Gotta
and
kill
murder
them.
them. They cannot stop you if you keep going at them. And if they putting bodies on you, they're gonna start getting the whistle.
You just need that heart.
Just go at them with that heart. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just
He got to get once he develop that, then he'll learn.
and the
Once
reason
he
look
get once he gets that, he'll be good.
and the reason why I brought up and I like Butler. I like those type of players. And let me tell you something real quick on that. To see him miss key shots
Mm-hmm.
and then come down and still shoot and then he got hot. I
Mm-hmm.
like to see that. I like that because that's telling me that look, yeah, I missed it, but you know what? This is my game. I'm putting this team on my back. I don't care. I don't care what happens. If I miss, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go down fighting. I'm gonna go down brawling, scraping, and all that. I'm not gonna phase away from that because that's what happens with some players. They get discouraged, yo. They'll miss a couple of shots and then they feel like, you know what? Let me just get away because it's not working for me. Even though they're the leader,
Right.
they just feel like, and I'm not saying don't shoot yourself out of a game, but if you got that confidence, you're that leader, and you'll be fine.
Right.
You may be cold, but you know that. Listen, this team, it's gonna come down to what I do, and I'm gonna
That's what
take
he
this
need.
game over.
That's what he's
And that's
missing.
what I like. I like that killer instincts like that.
That's
Let's
I've
let's
been
let's
I've
let's
been
get
saying
this
that.
game. Let's get this game.
But I
But
think he'll develop it. I think this year
he
again.
knows
Last year
he
was,
knows he has to.
last year. I think last year was a punch in the face from Golden State, but this year, you made it to the finals and got punched in the face by Golden State. But this year, you kind of learned about that East Coast grit. AFC, not AFC, that East Coast, Eastern Conference grit. Where you have to fight to get out the Eastern Conference because the Eastern Conference was always known to be the toughest conference when it came to basketball. you had to be tough to come out of the East, and it's still showing that same type of pedigree today. That the tough teams come out the East, so you got to grow some toughness, and that's it with the Celtics. So yeah, so move on to Bradley Beal. I say
Yeah,
a name.
I,
I think
I don't
I think
look.
we're getting
I don't
them. I
like
think we
Bradley.
get yeah. I
I
think
don't
we're
like
getting them.
Bradley Bill.
Yeah, if they entertaining it, they're entertaining it. Getting Bradley Beal at the end of his career.
Don't give him. Don't give up.
He's
Don't give
he-
up too much. I
nah,
I I, I wouldn't. I wouldn't give up too much with
yeah,
him.
he's probably a good player to throw the ball in the wing, and he could chuck up a three, and he could do spot up stuff and things like that, and maybe create a little something to the basket, kick back, and think get Tatum involved. Yeah, he could probably be that type of serviceable player, but I don't want to get somebody who next year we only seeing him for 35 games this season.
Right.
So
That's
you know what I
fragile.
mean. So we don't need to waste money. Look, well, Gallinari is supposed to be picked up on some
Listen. Oh,
we
on the
picked up that.
Gallinari, he
Yeah,
picked up his play option.
he picked up the option, so he will be coming
That's
back to the Celtics next
yes.
year, and
Yes.
that's a shooter. That's an
Huge
extra shooter.
shooter.
That hopefully he's
Oh
healthy,
yeah.
and that's a shooter that we need. So maybe going after this situation with Beal is just a facade. They really need to think about what they might do at the point guard. So yeah, that's it with the Bradley Beal. I'm a nay on that. So what we got next here?
Oh, let's oh look, let's get some entertainment news, man. That's what I'm gonna call this segment, entertainment news.
Yeah, we can run
We
the
just
entertainment news.
we
We up against not up against it, but we're going
we
on.
getting tight,
No, 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 no. We have 56 minutes going on here in the
it's all right.
live.
Listen, man, it's Thursday, man.
It's Thursday, but
Thirsty,
we have
thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursdays. We
These
fit.
listeners are thirsty right now.
Yeah,
They
they
want
do.
more.
They want more. So yeah, listen. You will. I'll let you headline this because I think you did a little bit more. I don't know. I really didn't know what's with the topic that you're talking about. That you're going to bring up, which is a surprise entertainment topic. We didn't put what it was. It's an entertainment topic.
Because my thing is, it could be so many things. We don't need to like,
No. I'm just
you
saying.
know.
I'm letting the audience know. When we have entertainment news, it's something that's
That's what it's
current
gonna be.
event available. It's something that has to
Whatever.
do with a current event. It could be historical, it could be educational, it can be fashion, it can be like, I, I might have a nice new pair of J's that I want to show you guys that I picked. It could be anything.
It could be
So,
anything.
today
Joe
your
Biden
top
fell off his bike. It could be
it
anything.
could be anything. Yeah. That's what the entertainment part comes into it. and Reggie say, "Let's go." He wants to know about the entertainment segment. So yeah, so with the entertainment, you will tell the audience what you got going on for entertainment on this episode with Parlay With Us.
Listen, we're gonna start off with little Boosie selling his Bentley truck after the feds picked him up.
Now, what kind of is that? The what do you call that? The Cullen?
That you know what?
I'm not a. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. Let me
I
let me
just
fix
know a
that.
little bit about cars, but not too
No,
much.
no, no.
But
Let me
isn't
fix
it a
that. Not the
Cullen?
Bentley truck. Not the Bentley truck. No, the
Oh, it's
Bentley
not the
truck
Cullen.
is
Okay.
it's not
Okay.
that elite. It's the Rolls Royce truck. It's the Cullinan.
The Cullen. That's what I'm
The
talking about.
Cullen.
The Cullen.
The
Yeah.
Cullen. I knew I was that's that. The
Yeah.
Cullen.
That you heard me say it.
The
It's
double R. Not the
double R
Bentley.
Cullen.
The double,
Nah.
I'm surprised the
The
double R didn't put
Cullen.
Bentley out of business, man.
Nah,
It's
but
like
they had a partnership at one point, so therefore they couldn't put themselves out of business. At one
Bentley's
point,
like
Bentley was
it,
making a model of a double R because of the Bentley. I think Bentley has it's an English. They're both English companies, and I
yeah,
think what Bentley had to do with double R in the beginning was, I think Bentley was their. They made their interiors, they leathers, they designed the inside of the vehicles. That's what I think the partnership with Bentley came on when they was doing work for Rolls Royce, or at the time when you seen a double R Bentley or whatever. Now they went back to separate. They always was separate, but I think
yeah,
Bentley
but
did some work for
I
them.
feel like
If I'm not mistaken,
if you're in
I
that
could be
world,
wrong.
if you're in that world, I feel like the Bentley is if the Bentley is for people who can't afford the Rolls Royce.
The double R.
And
So yeah, let's go back to
okay, this is
let's just go
all
back
right,
to the
all right, all right.
topic again. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I want to know
So
what's
Boosie's
going on.
selling.
You can hit me to what's going on
Listen,
because I'm in the
Boosie,
dark with this one.
Boosie's selling, Boosie's selling his Rolls Royce Cullen truck. It's the Rolls Royce truck. That truck, and you talking about retail is probably like I don't know 400,000.
Probably. Let me look it
Definitely
up.
6 figures easily. It's the double R. You know, it's
Let
a
me look it
truck.
up.
He's selling it. He's selling
Mm,
it
why
right
you doing
after
that?
he got arrested by the feds.
So what did he get arrested for? I'm in the dark.
Listen, man, he got all kinds of things going on. That's what it is with these guys. These guys are not smart, man. These guys
So
don't think, and he's in a space where he shouldn't be getting into these situations. But I think it was a gun charge. I think he got caught with a pistol somewhere. I don't know where at.
oh my
And
god.
that's all together because what happened was he beat the gun charge, but then the feds picked him up right after.
Mm.
So they picked him up on some federal charges, and
So
he's
so
selling his.
quick stat notes on the Cullen, or they probably call it Cullion because it's English. I see an I in there, so it's probably a Cullion.
The Cullion. I know
So
something like that.
Cullion or something like that. So I don't know how they probably pronounce it in the UK, but
Yes.
the MSRP is 348.50.
There you go.
So that's probably base model.
But he's selling it
And
for
but
240.
let me tell you something. If I had the money, they nice trucks, right? Let's say if I was whatever dream uh 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 um a billionaire's dream, or what do you call that? What do you call those things? Lottery. Let's say I was one of those lottery few $100 million winner. I might like to lease one.
No,
You know why? You know
no.
why? No, 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 no. Just to drive it. When I say lease, a 6 months lease, just to
I'll
drive it.
rent it.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Lease,
Yeah, rent it.
drive,
I mean,
same
listen, I'm
thing,
not.
same shit. You know why? I'm gonna tell you. It looks like a very nice vehicle. It's probably like riding around in a beautiful mansion inside of a car. But I'm gonna tell you, inside of a SUV. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I wouldn't drive it that much if I owned one. If I mean, for the owners who own them, right? You get 12 miles in the city and 20 on the highway per gallon. They could keep that. 12 miles in the city per
It's
gallon.
ridiculous.
Whew. But it is 563 horsepower V12. So yeah, nice truck. So yeah, let's go on. Let's keep
Yeah,
going
he's
with the
selling
juicy
it, and
story,
that's just like,
with
but
the
that's
with the Bootsy
he needs the
story.
money.
What's going on?
He needs the money.
So he needs the money.
He needs the money. I mean, he's selling it for 240,
So
and you're gonna
so
start seeing that a lot with these
so
guys. These
he
guys over here doing a little too much, and they're getting exposed. You
wow,
know,
wow.
and that's the case with this gentleman, young little Boosie. Out here, just doing things the wrong way. I
Mm,
mean, you're in a space where you shouldn't get yourself in these situations. So that's what's happening. That's the repercussions. Now you selling your car,
right.
um, getting yourself in all types of situations, and um, yeah, man, it's
And the
embarrassing.
thing
It's
is,
embarrassing.
but the thing is with Little Boosie, I mean, I'm not really a follower of Little Boosie to tell you the truth. Like he's for as far as I know, it's a lot of Instagram stuff, and I don't know about the music. You made some tracks and some years ago, and that's how you became famous. But I don't know about like I'm not saying the dude's not relevant. I just don't follow him, right? But my thing is, the dude was making strides from for what I know is his potato chips and his food snack line, or whatever you might want to call it, was hitting some major stores from far as I think I seen him. If I'm not mistaken, I seen little Boosie chips, if I am not mistaken, bro, in Wegmans.
I went by those.
No, I, I could be mistaken. If it wasn't Weg,
You sure?
if it wasn't Wegmans, bro, it was
Nah, it wasn't Wegmans.
I'm trying to tell you,
I
bro.
tell you, it wasn't Wegmans, man.
I'm trying to tell you. No, I'm tripping.
Exactly, Wegmans. Come on,
No,
Wegmans organic.
no,
I
no,
don't think
no,
he's
no, no, no.
organic type of.
Wegmans is not all organic. No, no,
Not
no.
all,
Wegmans is
but
not.
I know what you're
No,
saying.
no.
But you know what I'm
It's
saying.
bougie. It's
It's
bougie.
bougie,
It's
low
bougie.
quality.
It's
You know, I
not.
don't think.
Yeah, it's quality. But I know where I saw. I seen it. I think I seen it in Walmart. It was either Walmart or Walgreens, one of the two stores I was walking through.
I would say Walmart.
Yeah, and he had a whole Walmart, and it had a whole line. It had a no. Listen, the dude had a whole line of chips, bro, selling in the Walmart up here on the East Coast. Come on the
Well,
East
I
Coast.
mean, well, he set an example what not to do.
So
You
now
know.
he's messing all that up by.
Oh,
Come on now.
listen, he's throwing
Let me
everything away right now.
let us start selling some Parlay With Us potato chips or cheese curls. You think we gonna go out there and get out mess that type of money up?
Come on, man. That just goes. But look, that's just goes to show you, man. Like you would think, and look, I'm not trying to get to it because I don't know his personal business. You know what I mean? I'm on the outside looking in, but just on the outside looking in, I could safely say he's not doing the right thing. I mean, it's like how hard is it? It was hard for you to get to where you're at in life right now, where you could buy a Bentley. When you could buy a Bentley, not a Bentley. Okay, I don't know why I keep saying that. When you could buy a Rolls Royce truck, come on, man.
And buy it
The
because now
math,
you
the math
obviously
is
you spent some money for it because now you're selling it.
beans. The math is not too hard.
Excuse
The
me, guys.
math is not too hard to add up. If you're in a position where you can buy a Rolls Royce, you should have no situations with the feds or arrest, anything.
True.
Just point
True.
blank.
You should be chilling.
You should be look. If you could buy one of those, you should be chilling right now. You
Should be
shouldn't be
chilling.
nowhere near any of that stuff. Nowhere near that stuff.
See, but that's the thing, man.
And
That's the
it's just it's
that
unfortunate, man. You know, it's just
that's the
you're
thing. I mean, listen, I could understand we all come from the neighborhood, right? We all from around the way. But once you get the opportunity to advance yourself in extreme ways, you know, me and you, we advanced ourselves as solid people out here in our society and in our neighborhoods. We're doing the right things and stuff like that. Um, Try to, right? And you know, it is extreme for us because we could have been in other directions. But when you get extreme, when I mean extreme, when you have extreme revenue and extreme exposure and extreme, that's extreme.
it's extreme.
Extreme in marketing where we look at what me and you are doing. We're doing an organic podcast talking about sports and entertainment, trying to build a platform and go somewhere with it. When this is fun for us. We love this. But eventually we hope our sweat and tears will put something good will come out of this, right?
It
And
will.
we'll get better and then we'll get better and then advance and then something good will come out of it, right? But when you get that, when you're a person who can get to that extreme, right? Why would you risk it for the stuff that could bring you down?
Get you jammed up.
Carrying a gun. Okay, I own. I'm a 2A advocate. Just so you guys know, I'm supporter of the Second Amendment. I own legal pistols and handguns and stuff like that. But that's legal. I know if I want to walk the streets here and protect myself, if I choose to, I have to do it legally because you know why? I don't want to be dealing with the boys and saying, "Oh, I'm carrying a legal gun and now I gotta go do 18 months or some dumb shit." You know what I mean? But I'm not out here getting having issues anyway. Anyway, you know what I mean? Or causing drama or making myself hard or whatever. But so if I was an extreme, when I say extreme, you know what I mean by that. If I had that extreme platform and that extreme revenue and that extreme exposure, I'm not putting that stuff. I'm not putting anything to jeopardize that. And I maybe people like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? But it's the truth of the truth. If you knew better, you do better. That's just a saying, you know what I mean? If you knew better, you do better. So I would profess that I think I would know better. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, but you,
that's my basically my ultimate, you know, synopsis of this whole bootsy thing of going to jail and now you have to go through these extreme measures and stuff like that and selling your property and things like that. If you knew better, bro, you do better. And I don't know his life, and I don't know his circumstance, and I don't know what happened, but it's out there, social media stuff, right? And I'm not no what do you call those people? Troll? No, no troll.
trolls
Yeah, I'm not a
trolling.
troll. No, I'm not
I
trolling.
mean,
Nothing.
it's out.
It's news. It's
Look what
news.
the
It's
look what the
entertainment.
problem is. Look what the problem is. Beans, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. This is the problem with these guys, right? The problem is these
Let
guys
me
think
just
they're untouchable.
yeah, they let me just drop this. Reggie just I don't know. Reggie's probably about to be out. It is getting late out here on the East Coast, and I know people have jobs. But let me just Reggie dropped the topic, a comment. He says, I'm enjoying the topics. Can't wait to see more in the upcoming weeks. Yeah, thank you,
Oh
Reg,
yes, man. Good,
man.
good looking out, Reggie. Definitely,
Thank
man.
you,
We
man.
definitely have more.
Thanks for coming through and
Definitely have
watching the
more.
show, you know.
Yeah. Yo, but let me finish this point real quick,
Go
right?
ahead, man. Run your point. My fault, man.
So
I was just I know
no, it's fine. No,
he was
shout out to
probably
Reggie, man,
y-
for coming through with the
yeah.
questions, man. Shout out, man. We're gonna definitely keep this going, and we definitely look forward to seeing you on the comments again, and
Yeah, we obviously
hopefully
he's a lot. He's
come on the
a
show.
lot. Yes,
Definitely,
he's gonna come on the show, Reggie. You will
yes,
be invited to the one of
yes,
our shows when you are ready. And we will send you the link and we will invite you as a special guest. You do know your stuff when it comes to sports, and you do have some great banter and you'll keep the show lively. I know that for fact. So yes, Reggie, you will be joining us on one
yes.
of our parlay with us because like we said, that is the slogan. You will be parlaying with
With
us.
us, parlay with us
There you go. So yeah,
all
finish
day.
up your topic, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
So
about that.
no problem. Yo, so the thing is, Beans, right? This is what the situation is, right? These guys, they think they're untouchable. They think because
Mm,
they get their hands on this money, they got the bag, they got all this and got all that. They think they're untouchable. The problem with that is they gotta understand that the feds are watching.
mm-hmm,
The
mm-hmm,
feds are watching.
mm-hmm.
So you gotta understand when you're out here flossing and throwing all this money and all this stuff like that, the feds are definitely paying
The
attention to all of that. So
the
what
rap
happened?
feds, they call rap
The
friends. I
rap,
mean, no,
the
the hip
hip
hop
hop,
feds.
hip hop feds, hip hop police, all of that.
Yeah, they out here.
These guys, these guys are
They
hating
waiting for
as
y'all to
well.
make a mistake. They waiting for y'all.
They on you guys. They on you
Waiting for
guys
y'all to make a mistake.
because they
Look,
know
look.
they expecting you guys to slip up, and that's the problem. These guys think that
Oh,
everything is all good, and they could still do what they shouldn't
may,
be doing. They feel like they could do
may,
whatever they want to do instead of doing things that they should be doing, and that's staying out of trouble.
yeah. So like maybe I'll throw this at it. Look, no, I mean I don't know. I don't pay attention to this stuff, though, but I can tell. I can tell because I am a person of how you want to say current events, and I do pay attention to what's going on out there. But since you heard, look at as you talk about this whole thing with Bootsy and stuff like that. Look at what's going on with the Atlanta rap scene. Since this DA or this Fed, whoever the person is who's busting.
That took down YSL.
Yeah, I'm just not just them. Everybody,
Like
anybody,
they, the whole, but they
anybody out
know. But that's
there,
the main thing with them. They got young thug.
anybody out there who in that zone, in that region of hip hop, um, and they feel like they want to create these syndicates and whatever you might want to call them, they better think twice because the feds is on notice and they putting you guys on notice. So just make your money
Oh,
and
and
and keep it pushing.
and think about this, Beams. Think about this. You want to really get deeper with this. Think about all the money, the lawyers, the prosecutors, that whole.
It's a scheme, bro.
Think about it. How much money they juicing out of these guys? Because these guys,
Yeah,
the
they
lawyers
got
and all that, and all this, they milking them,
they milking them.
milking them.
It's like
milking them.
it's to me. It's like they waited for them. It's like they sat back and said, "Yo,
Milk them.
these dudes gonna get rich. They gonna make mad money and start doing all kinds of stupid shit. Just sit back and wait. And when they think it's all sweet, we gonna just hit them with indictments and then take all their money and all their property.
Because they don't. That's
and that's young wealth. These guys are young
wealth, but they don't
they just don't know how to hold on to it for their generations to come.
But it's there for them. It's there for them to learn and observe. Why who's doing it? Jay, LeBron, like there's people doing it for them. They want to be stubborn and don't want to take a page out of their book.
What you talking about, fam? I could do it the way I want.
Right,
I got my own.
Jay, listen, Jay's from the projects. Jay's from the projects. Jay got his money on the bag. He knew he had to change his life. But these young kids, they stubborn. They want to do their way. Yo, look, they wasting their lives. Look at the there's a bunch of them about to do time. This dude right here, YFN Lucci, he's about to. It's a wrap for him. He's gonna do some time. Young Thug been doing time already. He's losing his money. He might get hit up with the time. A lot of them YSL members are doing time. Like a lot of them and then look at Tekashi, all the guys he put in jail. Same thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like they got that bag and they were still doing the wrong thing.
They
got caught up. Tekashi ratted them out and they doing time. These guys don't want to grow, man. They don't want to get legit. They think
they don't.
They need to stay.
You gotta go legit.
On that street level, and it's not gonna work, man. These guys are having fun, man.
Yeah,
the feds are having fun with all this stuff.
Oh
man.
Yeah, they
make the money off it.
They just eating it up, man.
No doubt.
Eating it up. They know what they up to. They know. They just saying to themselves like, these dudes don't know what they're doing. They don't know. They just know. It's just like they just sitting back and waiting for the fuck shit to happen, and and that's
they know it's gonna happen,
and they know it's gonna happen. But yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Oh, Reggie, what? Yep, Reggie, you right. Casanova, another knucklehead.
Oh yeah, he's
a rap for him.
He's in the Bing. So, but he's in the Bing now. But what he did he do something real egregious? Though?
He was part of a conspiracy where a young kid got killed. They killed some young kid. Man, young kid got murdered, but he's part of that conspiracy.
Oh,
in other words, they said that he was there planning all of that. Wow. And that's it, man. Once somebody say you was just around and listening and agreeing, that's all they need, man. And he didn't do it. He was just there when they was planning it. And somebody said, yeah, he was there. He agreed. He approved it. Just to give you an example.
He co-signed it.
He co-signed it. Now he's about to.
Man.
He may do some time. He's gonna do time.
Yeah, isn't he
It's a
legit?
rap film, but that's another example. Reggie's right. Casanova. That's another example of a guy who made it. He was on the Breakfast Club. He got that bag. But these guys don't ever want to leave the streets. I don't understand it. Like, you get a bag and you get that opportunity. You want to run away from the streets. You want to go in the opposite direction. Even if you have to cut off some people, cut off, a group.
But
Fat Joe, that's what he ended up doing. That's what saved Fat Joe. He got rid of a lot of members.
people say that a lot though. A lot of people say that. A lot of these you hear. It's not like these guys don't know that. They hear it being told all the time that some people can't 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 ride on the same boat. You can't take everybody on the ship with you.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean? Some people have to be left behind, and they don't really like. Some of these kids don't realize that not everybody needs to be included. You know, but man, hey, I'll tell you one thing. Don't give me the opportunity or no platform or no.
Listen, man, but we're from a different era, man. Like if you,
It's a wrap.
not to disrespect these youngins, but
Sorry for the young guys.
these
Been up
youngins
since
are
like
obviously
6.
these youngins are obviously not like us that was born in the 70s, early
Yeah.
80s. I'll give the early 80s some props, even though I feel like the 70s is to me the most gifted generation this world have seen. Like I don't want to. I could get into that another day. I could name some people that changed the world that's from the 70s. But these kids that were born in the 90s and up, and all due respect, they just don't have that mentality to grow and to understand, what they got out of it. Because a lot of these kids got out of compromising situations. They got out of a lot of, poverty, hardship, and they got this opportunity, and then they go back to it. They go back to that situation that could get them
Back into
jammed up
poverty.
and back to the poverty. And I don't get it. These kids don't know how to like grow. They say as you get older, you get wiser, but these kids nowadays, they're doing the opposite. They get older and they get dumber, and
Exactly. I don't know.
that's what it is. Can you explain it? Think about it. Yo, let me tell you something. Beans, Young Thug, yo, he was
making bread.
Yo, he was what they call chart topping, or
He was
topping the charts. Like the
Mhm.
guy was just high demand, like
Yep.
he was, and
That was then they got
he was just, what it is that these guys get hit with the conspiracy, the RICO.
the RICO.
That's what it is. What it basically is, he's the man, he has the money, he's setting things up, he's letting guys do this, he's letting guys do that. And why is that? You know why? Because he probably feels like he owes them. He probably feels like he has to keep it real. And that's what it is with a lot of these guys. They feel like they got to keep it real. They got to keep it going. I'm going to support whatever you guys are doing, even though it's illegal and it's going to get me jammed up. He don't think. Put them in a positive situation. Put them in a situation where they're not going to get jammed up and you're not going to get jammed up. Try to create a positive situation,
environment
for your crew. Put them,
put them in problem, make them work, do them, make them feel legit, make them feel right.
Man. Like
you got to take them away from that life, because if you don't, they just gonna just keep reverting back to it. And if you don't, but you know what? To tell you the truth, a lot of these dudes, bro, they be wanting. I hate to say that
they be wanting that they want to.
They want that,
but it's gonna be their demise.
They need that. They need that. How you say it? They need that type of atmosphere around them.
Yeah, they don't know how to. They don't know how to like grow out of it.
So not grow out of it. They need the atmosphere around it so they can show the other masses that they're not to be messed with.
Right.
It's a bravado, and it's you know, it's a gang mentality.
Exactly, but that's when you have to ask yourself that question, like, okay, what am I gonna do? Just like BMF, you know.
Dumpster juice. What's dumpster juice? What's that? The South music? What are you saying is dumpster juice, Reggie? I don't know. I don't get that one. You gotta elaborate. But yeah,
Yeah, like BMF. That's
mhm.
another example. Like they knew what was going on. Why didn't they get legit? Why didn't they legitimize themselves? What happened with them? You know,
They wanted to stay grimy.
they wanted to stay grimy. They wanted to stay, and look what ended up happening.
So people could fear them in their community and their
But look how that fell
cities.
apart. Look how that fell apart. Like people got to
You
look
know,
at. You got to look at the ending story to a lot of these what they call uh
oh, and that kid getting and that dude, what's his name? Who got killed? What was the dude that got killed from the Migo? What was his name? I don't want to mix up.
Takeoff.
Take off. So yeah, all that change slow down. If you notice, it kind of quiet the South a little bit because there's a lot going on down there,
Yo,
and
it's a lot going
a
on, man.
lot. You know what I mean? Between from I would say from Houston to Atlanta to whatever, there's a lot going on down there, and I think everybody right now is on like yeah.
But
I
that,
s-
but look, and um, yeah, Young Thug is dumped the juice, but he was selling records though, man. That guy was just,
yeah.
let me
I mean, to tell you the truth, Reggie, the 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 mumble rap or whatever y'all might
yeah,
want to
it
call it,
is.
down south mumble
I
rap.
couldn't agree with you more.
It's a
I couldn't agree
genre
with you more,
that
man. I
it's a
don't.
genre that people gravitated to because of the flow and the sound of the. I think it has to do with the beats and the flow of the mumble. I like some mumble, if y'all want to call it that. I like some of the
The
shit.
beat, you probably like the beats. That's what it is. Because that's the only thing I like. Some of their beats.
Yeah, some of their beats and some of them be talking some stupid shit too. If you listen to them, you can
Yeah,
hear some of the dumb shit they talk. But it's
there's
just
some dumb
like,
shit,
but
man.
I'm me how I my style of rap is all East Coast,
All day, man. That
East Coast
underground,
rap, underground, all the old school hip hops, the
lyrical.
Nas's, the lyrical stuff. So that's why the everything like even the Tupacs and the old school Dre's and that type of stuff. And
Speaking of Tupac, that bomb first on Machiavelli. Man, I was listening to that the other day. Yo, that joint's fire.
yeah, the
Bomb
Machiavelli,
first.
yeah,
You gotta
bomb
check
first,
that out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Machiavelli the Don. And you know what I
Oh
was
man, that
listening
that
to?
joint was it's fire.
I was
And I've
listening.
heard it. I really like
It was just hearing it,
appreciate it. I
appreciating
just
it because you heard
appreciate
it
it.
again.
Oh man, the beat and
That's
oh
like
goodness, fire.
I heard a track by Gangstar. You remember Gangstar?
What?
Okay,
Check the
so I
technique.
yeah, check
That's
the
my
technique.
joint.
So I heard a track that I haven't heard from in a long time. It was Gangstar with J. Rue the Damager and they probably would call him Ja Rule the Damager, but it was J. Rue the
They rule
Damager.
the damager.
It was J. Rue the Damager, Gangstar. Um, damn, I forget the name of the track, yo. I'm telling you, that track came on, and Primo, Primo was always, oh man,
Yeah, his
and he
beats are
he
fire.
was the way he brought that, the way he brought that track in, man. Oh my gosh, man! It was J. Rue the Damager, and yo, that was a nice. If I can remember the name of the track, it just popped up on one of my Apple Radio, and I got my Apple Radio station with my, my genre of music I like to listen to, and I guess that must have been a track that would end up in the algorithm, but it was fire. Um, so before we go, man, it looks like we're almost up against it, man, and we're at Oh yeah, we're at an hour.
Hour and a
Look at that,
half,
an
man.
hour and a half, an hour and 29 minutes and 20
Mm.
seconds. So so our topics today, we did run them through. We did talk to D Hop. We did talk D Hop to the Pats. We would love to see that happen. It would
He'll
be a
be
great
he'll be
addition
here
to the
soon.
Patriots. It will help Matt Jones develop, and we'll be able to contend. And then the second part of our segment, we did talk to Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal trade rumors, which they could keep both.
Yeah,
And
they can
then
keep both.
they could keep
I'm all
both.
set.
Don't get me wrong though. Like
If we get any of them, don't give up too much.
if we listen, yeah, don't give up too much. But if
Go
we do get any
negotiate the
of
shit
them,
out of that
I'm
fucking
sure
deal.
if we do get yeah, negotiate
Like
it. But if we
really,
do get
don't
any one of them,
don't.
I'm sure we will accept them with open arms. Y'all know that. So yeah, but if they feel like they, maybe they'll be persuaded based on whatever. Maybe some visits will happen and whatever. So and then the second thing was the entertainment news of today, and we was talking about the how you want it, the state of hip hop. We talked about little Boosie having to sell his Rolls Royce Cullinan truck due to who we don't know why he's
Embarrassing.
selling it.
It's
Maybe he's selling it
embarrassing.
because he want to buy some new
Nah,
exotic Aston
I think
Martin. We
his
don't know.
money's going low.
You know what I mean? I
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
want to say
speculate. We
you
don't.
don't
I don't
just
want to speculate.
his
So
money's going low.
I don't want to speculate.
You
But
don't sell
maybe,
those cars, man.
yeah. But
You don't
maybe
sell those
he.
cars.
I
His
know, but maybe
always
he.
listen. He's not. Yo, you gotta
Maybe they coming
understand.
out with a new color, and he was like, "I want the new color,"
But let
and
me
he
ask you
sold that.
something.
I
What
don't know.
what is he doing? I mean, is he touring? How's he getting? How's he making
Well,
that money? Like, how's he getting that bag?
well, you know what? His Instagram following, listen, he's making money from Instagram. I'm gonna tell
He
you
is,
that
but
much,
not.
right? Not, I'm not saying millions, but he's, that could hold him his feet. And I think you could look it up. What's his net worth? But I'm just saying, the dude was putting some money into the food business with the snacks and all this other stuff. When you're seeing that when you're seeing you have a contract and with big giant retails like Walmart and stuff, that means even if he's just, let's say he's just the face of and it's a company or somebody who really owns it and they just use the likeness of Boosie, right? He's still making money on a likeness. He's still making money. So it's the same thing as you having a contract with Nike and then you go ahead and get a DUI. Nike will strip you because it's not good for the brand.
Hell no.
So
Besides
who
Kyrie.
knows what, maybe he's losing endorsements that we don't know about, that he obtained, and now due to his legal troubles he's going to have to forfeit those contracts, so
Well,
and then we talked about the state of hip hop with with all the indictments and how things is making the South hip hop scene a little bit quiet. The passing, the
it's a
killing
wrap
of
for the South.
Takeoff. You know, and I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the future of what's going out there on rap, but I just listen to what I like to listen to, is some of the old school stuff. A lot of the old school stuff.
Man, let me tell you something. Yeah,
He said Boosie.
Reggie.
He
Boosie
said
chilling, he's doing the
so.
show. Yeah,
He said
I don't
so.
look, I'm gonna let it be known. I don't like Boosie. I don't like him because he just doesn't represent the future. He doesn't represent success and showing these young kids how to like excel and
Yes, I know what you
just
mean. And
become
you
a
know
better
what? A
person.
person
When he
like,
knows he has a
but you know what?
following,
A
like gotta
person
take that
like him.
responsibility,
But
man.
you
You
know what?
know,
You're saying that, right? And I'm a kind of chime in and kind of like piggyback off what you just said. A person like him might not be what we call equipped or wants to be a role model.
so he shouldn't be on the front line. He shouldn't be talking like he's that person, because that's what he needs to make up his mind. Because if you ain't out here steering the youth in the right
Because the
direction,
kid,
I
because
don't want
it ain't adults.
don't do
Yes,
these interviews.
you're right. It ain't adults.
And that's
That's
what it is
just
with him.
because kids are watching too.
Yeah, because
So
he has a platform where
yeah, yeah, I
he's
get what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? Like he has a platform.
Yeah, I get what
So
you're
if you're gonna have
saying.
a platform and you talking all this stuff about how certain people need to do this and do that, all right, then you need to do your job and show the youth what they
He
need to do
he do be screaming this,
to be
that, and the
successful.
third. So yeah, he got to eat
But
that a little
he's not
bit. You
setting a
got
good example. We got a fake
yeah,
case, so
you got to eat that.
you know
I'm not even a listen. I don't even
he's
know.
not
Maybe
representing.
one or two songs that the dude ever did. So I'm not really a
I
fan.
don't
I
mess
don't.
with Boosie, man.
I can't tell you
I
what
don't
I like
understand what
about
he
that dude. But
and
good
his
luck to
interviews are
him.
horrible too. I don't understand
Yeah,
what he be saying.
yeah. Well, good luck to him. Um,
Yeah, good
like I
luck,
said,
man.
these kids, these young kids out here in the hip hop game that want to glorify whatever. You guys are, making a mistake. It doesn't have to be that way. Look, there's other artists out there who don't have to glorify that type of stuff,
And all these
and it's
youngins are
doing
dope.
good.
We all
You
going
got
dope.
the Kendricks, you got the J. Cole's, you got the Big Sean's, you got a slew of rappers that I'm probably not even calling out there that don't have to glorify murder, kill, rape, murder, kill, or whatever you want to call it. They don't have to glow. I'm not saying some of this trap shit and forget the trap music now. The drill. I'm not saying, to tell you the truth, I like UK drill music. Not listen. I know a few tracks, or not know or heard of a few tracks from a few artists over there in the UK. There's this dude called Meeks. Look up this dude named Meeks. He got a song that's out right now. I just heard. I saw the video on YouTube. These dudes from the UK. This shit's fire, yo. Cause they talking about from where they from and the shit that they went through and the struggles they go through in the UK and the hoods in the UK. It's different because it's not the same shit that I'm hearing from here. And you can understand, yeah, their language is different. When I say lingo, they might call the toilet something different. They might, you know what I mean? They might call the TV something different or whatever, you know? So you just got to catch some of their lingo when they talk about certain nouns and whatever. But if you listen to some of their shit, and their shit is organic, it's some of it's tight shit. And the reason why I'm saying that is, you know, the the drill scene here in the States, it's a little bit too crazy when I say these kids was using or are using social media and rap to actually intimidate, set people up, do this, do that. They just using the whole apparatus of hip hop to do the violence for no reason. You know what I mean? Like
Yo,
you don't even
for the
you don't
first
even you don't even own the projects or the block.
and
But
for the
you
first
you know
to
what I mean?
add
It's stupid shit.
and to
So
add to what you're saying, for the first time in like they said like the first time in like 20 years, there's no number one hip hop album or single on the Billboard charts.
wow, look into that. Look at that. So and you know why? Is because like I said. Well, and
People, they're not appreciating the culture, man. That's what it is. They
I mean,
worry
no, they
about.
no. It's not they don't appreciate
They
the
said
culture.
it.
The culture's already been vultured. So the other masses out there. already vultured the culture. So the culture is already morphed into something else. It's like it hip hop is bigger than what we think it is right now. It's morphed. It's TV. It's this. It's that. It's everything. Right. It's in everything. It's sports. It's hip hop is immersed in everything. But the true hip hop, let's say, talent or new talent or consistent talent, keeping the minds out there is dwindling. Remember, they always looking for the newest thing, right? It's always the newest thing. Yes, we know about other good guys out there, other great rappers. I just mentioned a couple. I listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar. I listen to J. Cole. I know about Big Sean. I know, I mean, I listen to some of these what I would consider those guys are years. Those are after my time artists.
Oh
My
yeah,
time artists. You get what I mean? You know what I listen to, you know what we listen to. So those
oh
guys are a
man,
little bit after my time, but I can appreciate those guys I just talked about. Those guys are true hip hop guys. Like they spit some serious shit. And it ain't about no dumb shit like what some of these kids are spitting. The drill scene out here in Chicago. I don't even know. I don't listen to none of them dudes.
yeah, I don't listen
And
to
New
none of
York,
those.
even New York, even the New York drill shit that I don't even the
These dudes like
The
think about all
Fabios, the
these
little
names that are out here
Tay,
right
and
now.
all
Keep
these
up with
dudes.
them. We can keep up with all these guys.
I I know about
YFN
them.
this, YSL
YFND, why is
that,
that? I don't
Young
listen to too
Thug,
much of them
Little.
because they're not telling you nothing really. They just telling
I'm
you to
not saying nothing, but
pick up the Draco and go do what?
yeah, they're not saying that,
You know what I mean?
and it's these labels too. They giving all these young motherfuckers all this money, like
Because they want
and that's it. Do what y'all
they
want to do.
do what y'all want. They need the
We,
hysteria,
yeah, man. So it's
you
just
know.
too much going on out here. So me, I keep it simple. I keep it
Mm-hmm.
basic. I keep it
Mm-hmm.
old school, and I'm good, man.
Yep.
Nas,
Yeah.
Jay,
Jay.
and then on the more current state, I keep it. Them Griselda boys, man. They
Oh
got
yeah, I
forget
listened to some
about
of
it.
that. Yeah,
Conway,
yeah, Conway. I listened to the see those, but
Butcher,
those are organic. That's
organic, and then
organic.
I listen to
You
the
know what I mean?
extension, all the people they associated with, and it's just
R-
that's enough hip hop for me right there.
Right, right,
Aside from the
right.
old school, like old school Tribe Called Quest, man, I get old
Yeah,
school on it, and
right,
then when I get new school, I mess with them
right, right,
and
right,
they counterparts and their
right,
their extensions and all that. I get deep into all of that.
right, right, right.
That's the beauty of YouTube and
And
all these outlets that when you listen to an artist, they lead you to other artists that's
you could go down a
associated with
rabbit
them.
hole. Yeah, you could go down a rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
man. And no
Yeah,
disrespect to these youngins. I mean, I give some of them chances, but for the most part, man, I stick to my roots, man. I stick
right, right,
to what I like, and that's it, man. I don't get too deep
right.
into all that. They're not helping me out in life.
Right, exactly. So Stony, we are really up against it. I think this is
Oh
one of
yeah,
our longer ones, but
yeah.
we're up against it, guys. And parlay with us with podcast, sports, and entertainment with Stony Crook and Mr. Beans. Thanks for joining us tonight on a live podcast.
Shout out to Reggie Waller,
Shout out to my man Reggie Waller, aka Dino from the block. Um,
sir.
shout out to all our, listeners out there and how you want to call that?
Subscribers. Shout out to the
Subscribers
subscribers.
out there. Guys, hit the thumbs up on this show when you guys whoever's not in the live now when you watch it later on in our podcast weekly show. You can watch us you can watch Parlay with Us in YouTube podcast. It's our
The next
weekly
show we're gonna
podcast.
be in studio.
Yep. So yes, the next show, guys, they're
I'm
gonna
throwing it out
be
there. I'm putting you on the spot, son.
you heard him right. Next
We in
show,
studio.
he's gonna be
We haven't
here in
did that.
studio.
We haven't did that
We
since the
haven't
first
did
one.
we haven't did it since our first one, and that was I think that was a great show. It's
That was
great
a
when
great
we're
show.
both here live. This is
It's
great
gonna be
too.
even better.
But this is gonna be better. We love doing these live shows together. So with that being said, we will be back again. I think we'll schedule another podcast as soon as me and Stony can agree on a date.
Yes.
Like I said, you know,
Notification. Keep those notifications
hit
on.
those
You'll be
notifications,
fine,
you'll
man. You
know, and you'll
don't have
know
to
when
worry
that
about
show's
nothing.
coming. Yes, basketball's over. Football is going to start. Preseason will be in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna keep y'all busy with some more sports and entertainment every week. So it's a once a week show. Look out for the notifications. And we'll probably have some more topics again. So yeah, it's Mr. Beans over here, and that is my man Stony Crook. This
Yes,
is
sir.
Parlay with Us. Like and subscribe, hit the sub buttons, hit that notification buttons, and we will see you guys later. I am
Later.
going to hit you guys out
See
with
ya.
our outro.
Yeah, God can make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.